going on? I hope you're all having a great day today so far. And today I'm going to be giving you guys a little tutorial on how to make this professional. Well, I think it's pretty professional looking banner for YouTube, but actually I've been using it. I've been using it as my background because I think it looks pretty nice. So yeah, today I'm going to be running you through how to make this with one effects pack, and that effects pack is the effects. I think it's pronounced effects. Photoshop effects pack, free download. There'll be a link to this video in the description right at the top of my video, and he has the download link right there, and I'll throw the download link in the bottom of my video as well. But make sure to go give this guy a like on his video and subscribe to his channel, because he really did put a lot of work into this effects pack and it is worth showing him some love. Alright, anyway, we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to crack open a new document. Now, when you're making banners for YouTube, the resolution you want to go for is 2560 by 1440 with a resolution of 72 pixels is fine, but if you want to go 300 you can, but for the purpose of this video I'm just going to go 72 pixels per inch. Now we've got our background. Alright, so first thing you want to do, this isn't really important, it's just something I like to do, drag the lock off your background layer. Now I'm just going to chuck a black background in here by selecting the paint bucket tool, switching your default colors to black, and then throwing the dye in there. Now with this effects pack, it's got heaps of cool effects. You know, I used stuff like this one, and this one, and heaps of, you know, smoke and stuff for that really, you know, aesthetically pleasing feel. I can't say I'm going to be able to make it exactly like that, but I'm going to work off this and try and make it pretty similar, because that's why I clicked on this video, because you saw that shit in the thumbnail. Alrighty, first things first, we're going to add in the smoke for the ambience and stuff like that. So what you want to do is, once you've downloaded the effects pack, you actually just want you'll get this, the WinZip file. Then you just want to drag it into there, and I've already done that, and it'll copy over, and then you have all your effects. So first things first, you want to grab the smoke, click, drag, Alt Tab into Photoshop, chuck it in there, Shift and Alt to keep the sizing in dimensions, drag it down to wherever you please, Enter to place it. Now this is important, you need to double click on the smoke layer, change your blend mode to either lighten, screen, or add, you need to change your blend mode from either lighten, screen, or overlay. I use screen just as a thumb rule, I guess. I'm going to chuck it over this side because you see how it's cut off there. I'm going to chuck it over that side, and it is also cut off there, but we're going to fix that in 1 second. Now we'll go grab some more smoke. I think next we'll use this one. Drag it in there, same deal. I'm going to flip this one horizontally. Now, this one I'm just going to resize this freely, because I kind of know what I'm going for here. Actually, I think I'm just going to flip that back. Going to bring it up a little bit in size. And Photoshop's good, it'll always snap you automatically to the corner. Now, something else that's really important is you actually just want to click on this side, and you'll see it'll snap to the middle. If you don't have this thing down the side to show the ruler, just go into View and make sure Rulers is checked. That's a really handy tool. You can do them. You can put them anywhere, but you'll see it'll snap right to the center there. But I'm only going to use one for horizontal. And we'll just chuck a vertical one in as well. Beautiful. Now they're not going to show up in your save file. Now we need one more smoke in here, I think. This one, we're going to flip it horizontally. I'm going to bring this guy up a bit. Bring this one up a good amount, and then place that, and then always chuck it on screen. I'll actually just bring it this way a little bit. We want to make sure that little gap over there, see that gap there, we want to make sure that's covered right up, and you can still see a little bit, but you know, it doesn't really catch the eye. Alright, so I used the see, there's kind of like a blue tinge to that smoke. That's what I was using for the bottom down here, and it's similar. Obviously it's similar, but like obviously it's, you know, different because it's not going to be identical. Alright, now for the text I was using, it's called Squared Display Regular. You can get this text at tafont.com. just search squared display. There it is right there. Free text to download, personal use only. You cannot sell this font or anything you've created with this font. This font is for 100% personal use, and all rights go to this guy. Alright, back into the tutorial. Alright, so we're going to jump back into our effects pack. We're going to find some more smoke. Alright, now I'm going to use these two atmospheric smokes. This one here, we're going to flip that vertically, chuck it up in this corner, bring the sizing up a little bit, enter, come up here, same process as always, screen, grab this one, grab this guy, bring him over here. I think I'm just gonna bring it out that way a little bit and that way a little bit. Enter, screen. Okay, that's looking pretty good so far. Now, next thing we want to grab is we want to grab this blue, just drop the smack bang in the middle, Shift and Alt. Shift is going to give you, Shift is just going to give you vertical and horizontal, and Alt is just going to give you left and right. But you can see what I mean? So you hold Shift and Alt, and it's going to give you the right sizing all the way up. Whoops. Right sizing all the way up. Let go. Now I'm going to drop this. Enter. Drop this guy down here, and chuck it on screen just to be safe, just in case I put anything under that layer. There it is. Alright, that's the killer. Oops, hang on, that's in the wrong comp. Over here is where we want it. Alright, so this one was called 8 brackets 2. I'm going to chop that right there. Place. I know that's not quite on center. I'm going to fix that in 1 second. Chuck it on screen. Come over here to your zoom tool. Zoom right in. Grab this and just line it up as best you can. A little bit. And everything in this pack is of really good resolution. Obviously you're not going to be able to blow this stuff up on a billboard. For a free effects pack you can't really be complaining. Just going to get rid of that there. Don't forget to do that, because as you can see it's got the little buy thing down there. We don't want to take credit away from our artist. All we're trying to do is make a professional look. Okay, that's in there. Now I'm going to grab up our text with our squared display, your name. Alright, now you can click on center. It's going to bring that to the center. Bring that right up. Now, that looks alright. That actually doesn't look very good though, does it? Because you can't really... Oh, hang on, I don't like the whole 2 word. I'm just going to go channel. That looks good. Alright, now what we want to do to make this pop is, this is where the magic happens with text, I think anyway. So what you want to do is you want to double click on this. First of all, chuck a drop shadow on that. Going to bump the size up a little bit, chuck a gradient overlay. Now, so the color I really like to use is like a really deep down here to a white. Okay, chuck a little bit of an angle, not too much. Satin on that, in a shadow, in a satin on that. The stroke, the 1 pixel stroke, makes things look a little bit tidier. I probably won't worry about the outer glow. Maybe if we just want to... No, I don't think we'll worry about that. That looks pretty nice. Okay, now you can see that isn't quite lined up. So I'm just gonna... Oh no, that'll probably sit pretty well actually. Alright, then the next thing we want to get is this one. This guy here. It's a pretty cool effect. Gonna drop it in here. Now what you want to do is you want to right click and go rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Bring it over here. Smack that enter button. Chuck it on screen. Now you want to go You want to click on this, you want to go Control T for free transform, and then you're going to bring that down, size it up just so it nears the edge of your text, get it on that line. You can see that ruler line there, press enter. Now to make sure the other one's exactly the same, you're going to go duplicate layer, bring it all the way over here, and you'll see it'll line itself up. Right click, Control T, right click, flip horizontal, enter, and we can see our text is just a tiny little bit out of line. So we're just going to grab this and just move it along there. Beautiful. Alright, this is starting to really come along, isn't it? Now you can see that in mine I have my Snapchat and my Twitter. You don't have to put that in, but for the sake of the video I'm going to show you how to do it. And you know, you can put in your YouTube, your Facebook, your Twitch, whatever you'd like to put in. Alright, so what we're going to do is I have pre-downloaded, I have the Snapchat logo just here. Shift Alt, bring that right down. You don't want this thing to be very big at all. Just enter. You want to bring it down right under your text there. Alright, now this, you'll see there's a bit of a difference between that Snapchat logo. Now you'll see the way we see how the Snapchat logo kind of looks like it goes with the text a bit better. You see it looks a little bit more, I think you can kind of see maybe like, you know, rustic, a little bit faded. What you want to do is you want to crack open the blending options, chuck a drop shadow on that, bring the size up a little bit. An outer glow is good. You want to grab a stroke, inner shadow, inner glow, gradient overlay, put a bit of an angle on your overlay and drop that to about 60%. Your inner glow a little bit more of an intense yellow, that doesn't make too much of a difference. And then there you have it. Looks much better, doesn't it? See if we take off all these effects, you can just see it just, you know, makes it look that much better. It's just really just the little things when you're trying to design something professional. Alright, and I'm just going to write in, oh, hang on, I'm going to bring that size down, right down to about 70, 80. I'm going to write your Snapchat. We'll bring that up a little bit more now. Not too much. Maybe about that should be good. Alright, so what we're going to do next is open up the blending options for your Snapchat. I want to grab a stroke on that, and you want to make the stroke a yellow kind of similar to the Snapchat yellow. Chuck a drop shadow, bring up your size, gradient overlay, put an angle on it. Looks pretty good. Inner shadow on that. Outer glow. Satin's up to you. It doesn't make really a noticeable difference at all. Might just bring that stroke down to 2 pixels just to reduce that intensity a little bit. Alrighty, now I'm not going to go through doing that again for Twitter, so we're just going to chuck that almost in the center. Bring the Snapchat logo just beside it. Actually going to zoom in, fine adjust that a little bit. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, well, there you go, I've got your channel artwork. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you have any further questions, feel free to send me, tweet me or send me a Snapchat, PM my channel, whatever you want to do. If you have any questions about this or how to get the effects back, just hit me up with a message, and make sure to leave a like if you learned something from this. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.